Okay, I have here the V911. Color is blue by WL Toys, and I received this helicopter from myrcmart.com, and this is what came in the box: the transmitter, 2 batteries, set of main blades and rotor blades, and manual. The manual is pretty good for beginners. It's got part lists and troubleshooting lists as well in there, so something worth reading for beginners. And then also comes with this charger here, which you can charge 2 batteries at once. This is going to be part 1 of 3 videos I will make to briefly review this helicopter. The first one I will just talk about what's in the box here a little bit. And then the second video will be an indoor flight, and followed by a third video which will be an outdoor flight. So let's start with the transmitter. Transmitter is quite nice, I think. It feels good in the hands, quite ergonomic. As some people know, it looks very much like a Tyrex 100 transmitter. Except I think there's one improvement to it, which is that most of these transmitters for the Solo Pro by 9 Eagles or the Tyrex 100 and even the MSR, they can only recharge 1 battery at a time, whereas this one, this little door at the back here, and inside here, inside this little door, there's a wire that looks very much like this one here. Let me unplug this for you. Looks like this, and basically you can use this charger here, plug this onto the transmitter, and then you can charge not 1 but 2 batteries at once using the batteries inside the transmitter. And then of course in the box comes with this USB cable here, which means you can also recharge 2 batteries without needing to use the power, without draining the batteries in your transmitter. So essentially it's best to use this when you're flying at home, but out in the field you do have the convenience of being able to recharge your batteries directly with the transmitter. So this is quite a nice feature. It doesn't come with the adapter, so you can recharge this with a computer now, or you can get a little adapter that looks like this, and then you can plug that right in the wall and recharge your batteries that way. A lot of cell phones will have something like this, so you might already have one at home. You don't need to buy one. And then the batteries, I've recently looked at a chart comparing different batteries, Turning E batteries and Hyperion's battery, 9 Eagles batteries, and then these little guys here. And surprisingly, these batteries were among the best ones. They retain their voltage throughout the flight better than most other batteries, and it shows in flight because this heli seems to have a lot of power right till the last minute. When you feel a decrease in power, it's pretty much time to land because there's not much left in them. But they do keep, I find, my experience so far is that the voltage stays nice and up on them for quite a long time throughout the flight. So you get good power and good performance flying the helicopter with these batteries. So I'm giving it 9 out of 10 for these batteries for sure. Very good batteries. Now, as far as the helicopter is concerned, I was very, very surprised and very impressed because it's been, it's basically considered a clone of the Solo Pro helicopter, which is actually quite expensive compared to this one. And so I was expecting, perhaps something that doesn't perform as well. But really my findings after looking at the helicopter and flying it is that I find it actually flies better. But not only this, but there are some components of the helicopter that do seem like they've been improved. So let's look at some of them. The first one is the flybar. The flybar uses a different style pin to hold it on the rotor head, which seems definitely more reliable since it's a screw instead of just a pin through there. So probably easier to work with, install and remove, and also should stay in there nicely. The second thing about the flybar is it's bigger, it's a bit beefier, and so it's less likely to flex. Therefore, there will be less flybar strike with this model as you would with the original model by 9 Eagles. Okay, now let's look at the tail boom. The tail boom is longer on this helicopter. It's definitely longer than the Solo Pro, and after flying it, you can see the difference in flight. That the tail holds superbly, and the pirouette rate is quite fast. So you got a lot of rudder. Basically, it's got fast rudder action, making for very very aggressive flying in turns and whatnot. And other thing that I've noticed is the battery. I guess the battery connector on this is a lot more sturdy, a lot more beefier again, definitely a lot stronger than the one on the Solo Pro. And I like it. When you put the battery in, it's in there nice and tight, so I think it makes for a very good connection. Additionally, the main shaft is metal on this, which I think again is better. The carbon fiber one with the little holes in it to install the gear, the main gear and the collar and the rotor head, it frays a lot of time and it's just not quite as good. So I like the metal main shaft on this. And the heli is so light that I don't think it'll be easier to bend that. And finally, the servos. The servos are nice on this helicopter. They're very fast, very responsive, and easily adjustable, of course, since there are servo arms on this. So a lot of improvements as far as I'm looking at this helicopter. The canopy is also maybe a little bit heavier, but it's definitely a stronger metal, stronger plastic. So this will be more durable as well. So okay, this concludes the first video, and stay tuned for the next two videos.